hearing my voice back again. It's it's confusing actually. Some of you are saying it's repeating. Okay, guys, I'm continuing now. Okay. Uh, okay. My hometown is Kota, and I did my schooling from Kota only. 10 years to public school. Uh, I completed my high school 12th class in 2010. Then got admitted to this RJD college. Yeah, yeah, it's a BSF college, and I'm a BSF ward as well. So very proud to be a part of RJD. Spent 4 years there, so I had a lot of quite a good memories, and I will try to share some of them today. And after completing bachelor's, I did my master's from University of Windsor. I did Master of Applied Sciences in Mechanical Engineering. And Windsor, it's a city in Canada. It's also used to be known as Automotive Capital of Canada. And after graduating from University of Windsor, I started working in General Motors. Currently, I'm located near Toronto City, one of the top cities in Canada. But yeah, I was lucky to have a direct job after my master's in GM. So the favorite TV shows, my favorite one is Suits. If you haven't watched it, please do. I like it. And then other one is Designated Survivor. Sports is badminton. I learned a lot from my father. And there is a saying in Suits especially. I love this one. Uh, the saying is like, I don't have the dreams, I have goals, and I have finished one, and I'm moving to another tomorrow. So that's what I love doing. It's more about goal setting up the goals and moving ahead every day, achieving different goals, and keep moving in your life. So I will talk about my journey from 2010 to 2020 till now. 2010, I got admitted or got admission in RJIT, BSF college, a very nice one. It's a semi-government college, and I loved it. And then I will talk about my journey in different events. I say Baha, another event which I did, and I finally graduated in 2014, and I got a job at Cummins. I will talk about a little bit about Cummins experience, and then 2016 I left Cummins to pursue my masters, and then finally I finished my masters in 2018 December. I started my job in 2018 December. I got interviews and then finally joined GM. Currently working in GM. I will talk about all these little bit of stuff for next 20 minutes, and then we will take on your questions, whatever you guys are interested in. Okay, now starting with my college life. First thing, the most important, I don't remember all the technical stuff. Maybe I studied 40 subjects, but I don't know how many, like, I really remembered all of them. I don't remember, seriously. But you can see some of the pictures I put together. So production lab. This was the place where I spent my most of time during my bachelor's, doing different events, preparing for presentations, preparing all the different vehicles, learned all the basic stuff from grinding, welding, all those stuffs, whatever you name it. And I'm sure you guys are also going through all of this. So first event in my bachelor's was the solar car itself. So it was my first year, and we planned for WSC World Solar Challenge in Australia. It's a pretty big event. I was too much fascinated. I didn't at that time. It felt like impossible thing, but we were like doing a lot of hard work to make this vehicle, and uh, really working hard with the team, forming the teams, uh, doing all kinds of calculations you guys must be doing for SUVC event. This vehicle was not like we were not able to go finally, but this was submitted as final project for a senior team member. See, one of the very nice senior now, and he's in a good position, and was submitted as a major project. But after my first year, we formed a team for SE Baha, and there were a lot of, and the story began actual, like participating in the actual events and racing and all those things. What I learned that is important here. So after 4 years of engineering, I loved engineering. Like I realized like engineering is for me. And nowadays there are like so many engineers, but you should be proud of yourself, I think, and take your profession as seriously. Like you are kind of important to the society as well, as doctors are, or as police forces are. So you have a role, and you should try to help the society in whatever way you can. So engineering, I realized, is for me. And then other thing is, second point is, what I learned after doing all these events is, if there is no process, if there is no team, doesn't exist already, you need to form it. Like you need to take initiatives, you need to be proactive, talk to the members, talk to your colleagues, all those things. So you need to set up a process or event, or like first thing is team, and then importance of networking, relationships with the seniors, juniors, teachers, or even like our sponsors, or when you are going for a sponsorship outside your own city in companies. So networking and relationship, kind of very key important parameters, which I think in today's life also, like in my current role, we still use these things. And other thing was working under pressure, having some resilience. So you must be like, once you go through like for 3 years of training for different, going to different engineering, 40 different engineering exams, and doing all these kinds of events, you realize you have deadlines, you have to finish the stuff. So you kind of get a habit of working under pressure. So this is also important. And other thing is leadership. I was a team captain of FASI Baha team for my college. So you need to learn how to be a leader without being a subject matter expert. So this is also one of the important things which you learn during your college life, or you should try to learn actually, because leaders doesn't need to be have all the technical knowledge or everything. They don't need to know everything, but you should know how to control and how to lead the people, even if you're not a subject matter. So the important point to be noted for your different events, whatever you are doing. And then strategic planning under changing requirements. So every changing requirements, I mean, like when you are doing a event, you are making a vehicle. Every other day, you face new challenges. Oh, this failed, that failed. Or today our suspension is gone. So you need to redesign, rethink. So you have to plan strategically in different under different scenarios, which are continuously changing. So that's what I learned during my event, whatever event I have done in my college. And you also learn how to make relationships and how to make things happen with different mindsets of people. Like in your college you'll find your friends with different mentality, different background. You need to like form a team and then uh, take them together, walk together, eat together, sleep together. I have done all those things in the labs, and I really miss my team today as well. I think it was the best period of my life, and it's not going to come again. Yesterday, I was talking to my one of my friend. He was also the vice captain or assist. I told him like I'm making this presentation and all those things. So yeah, and I told him today I have most of the things which were not there at that point of time. Okay, I have money, I have job, everything is secured, settled, but I don't have that happiness which I felt during these events. You really miss this time of life once you graduate. So I would really recommend all of the guys from first year, second year, start putting your efforts towards useful things. Any kind of motor sports event, or if you're automotive, mechanical, electrical, any kind of engineers, it gives you a thrill actually, gives you some kind of motive to learn and to enjoy your time at college. And at the end, important thing is success is not a destination, it's a journey. Even if you are doing event doesn't mean like you will win every, every you would win in every event or every category of the event. Doesn't mean you need to win endurance or all those things. It's all about how much you are learning, how good you are grasping things, building all these skills of whatever I have mentioned: leadership, working under pressure, and all this. So it's always about the journey, not about the what prize you have won or you have lost. So during doing these events, like in your second year, third year, you realize what should I do? Like after my graduation, what I'm going to do? What are the career paths? What should I choose? There are a lot of paths. Some of them I have mentioned here, like GRE, GAT, CAT, any government exam, jobs. Every student has different mindset to go for. I would just say like here, don't follow others. Like your friends will be doing CAT, GAT, these events, whatever you do. Like I'm not saying you need to do this event only or that event only, but whatever you do, just please stay focused. Whatever you are doing it, just try to give it a best shot. Don't divert your mindset. Like for 6 months you are preparing for CAT, then you say, okay, no man, I should go for CAT. Things should not work like that. So stay focused, because I'm telling you my story. I did all these events during my bachelor's, and for a few days I thought like my friends are going for CAT exam in preparation. Man, I should also go. I tried doing it. Like I tried going for the CAT coaching in the morning, waking up 6 o'clock, and our college is far from Gwalior, so we had to take the buses and come back. So I tried. I attended 3 classes actually for CAT preparation, but then I gave up. Like I said, okay, no, I can't really make it. Uh, because my passion is towards doing these events and more towards engineering. So let's focus on that side and build your own uh, communication skills and all those things. So I was working on my aptitude, I some technical stuff, and my communication skills. Other thing is, uh, at the same time, you should have some backup options. Like uh, if nothing works out, you need to have some plan. So I I, I was one thing here. I got selected in Cummins India from the Baja SA Baja event, and it was a really good opportunity for me. It really worked out because I got a chance to work in one of the biggest engine manufacturer in the world. Uh, so I will talk about specific to GRE or Masters Higher Studies because I chose that path for myself. I'm not sure how many of you are interested, but I will focus on this today. So for me, there are different things, different parameters to finalize your uh, university, country, or whatever course you want to do. For me, I set my three priorities, top priorities. First one is research lab, course curriculum, future aspects. Okay, what course I'm going to do, where, which research lab I want to go for, and what type of courses I want to take. So this was my first priority. And then total cost, how much I need to pay. Can I get some scholarship, which I can subtract from my future living expenses? And then third is visa. How difficult is it to in a country for according to the visa requirement? And then other options like language, job opportunities. I was not much focused on job opportunities because I was thinking I might come back to India uh, doing my masters. It's not my masters was not from job opportunity for me. It was more about learning whatever I can as much as I can in next 2 years. So that's why first priority was research lab or all the curriculum stuff. And so you can define your requirements. For some people, it's other way around. They want to keep visa on the first priority, or job opportunities, or like money on the first priority. Okay, where which country should I go so that I can earn more and more money and things like that. So you can switch around. So first, define your criteria. If you want to do your MS, and then I'm just giving an example in this table for three different countries: USA, Germany, Canada. Research is good in all three countries, no doubt in that. And then opportunities. I'm talking about job opportunities. It's the best in US, and then Germany. It's not as good as US, but it's still good. And then in Canada, you don't have many job opportunities for the mechanical automotive engineers, but it's still okay because there are not many OEM players in Canada doing the research R&D work. So that's why you have small supplier companies. You can find a job here. And then visa requirements is most difficult in the US. Uh, you don't know. It's all uncertain in US because if your H1B doesn't picked up, so you might have to move out of the country. It happens with the people actually. I have seen my own friends. And in Canada, a visa is not an issue. You get your work permit and then permanent residence. So it's like you don't need to worry. You don't need to think about visa stuff. Languages, US, Canada, English. You don't need to work on another language. Germany, you need to work on. So yeah, there are different criteria you can put up to your list together. And apart from all these stuff, the main thing I want to focus is these are not new items, but you should really work on these. First thing is getting a good score in GRE or TOEFL. For GRE, I would say 320, 315, at least 315 plus. 320 above is a good score. And for TOEFL, 110 plus, it's a good score. Excuse me. And try to get experience before going for masters. I have seen a lot of freshers coming out of the college and coming for masters directly. They really face a very tough situation when looking for a job after masters because you don't have much to write in your resume. What kind of skills can you write in your resume? You can't write, okay, I passed this exam in my college. You can't write all the names. You need to have some real life experience, real practical experience. So I would recommend if you plan for your research intended masters, go for 2 years. At least I would say 2 years more, 1 or 2 years. It's up to you actually. And then you don't need a consultant for applying or for admissions. Everything is available on Google, so try to search as much as you can. You can find almost everything. And other thing is go for research or thesis based masters. This is I'm recommending because you can get scholarships or research assistantship, teaching assistantship easily in your thesis-based masters. In thesis-based masters, you work under a professor during your masters on different industrial projects, and you work in the lab actually. So you become an expert on a certain topic, like you, for example, you're working on engine, your research area is engine, and then even in engine you are specifically working on emissions or spark plug. So I have seen people becoming expert in 3 4 years while doing their research based masters. And when you want to go for masters, try connecting to professors so that you can check who which professor suits your requirement, and uh, how can you help him or his team in doing a research. So this all you should try before, like, even finalizing the university or college. Like, you can, even if you have not applied to any university, try to contact the professor. Suppose for electric vehicles, there are many different professors for engines, for artificial intelligence, machine learning. There are so many experts around the globe, so you can search out any university website and try to talk to the professors. And the last important point, it's like, don't target a high rank university. It's difficult to get funding. If you want to go for Stanford, MIT, or things like that, like, yeah, I'm saying, even if you want to target top 50 universities in the world, top 50 ranking universities, it's really difficult to get a scholarship. You need to have very high profile to get a scholarship in those kind of universities. So, and according to my experience here in North America, it doesn't matter which university you are from. It matters how you are performing. And even in India, I would say it's the same thing. Like, even if you are from normal college, but sometimes people from normal college can also do better than the IITs and IITs. So my recommendation is, don't target a big university. Go for small universities, and it's easy to find a professor who can fund your studies. So I tried doing this actually. I didn't even apply to the University of Windsor. I tried to find a professor, and then he interviewed me. He took my, like, an hour of interview. I was working in comments. I told him, okay, I'm doing research and emissions. I'm doing this, that, all those things. So he got interested, and he said, okay, come to Canada, come to my lab, and we'll do the research. So things like that you should work on. And according to me, current areas which are right now highly in demand, some of them I have listed: mechatronics, control systems, hybrids. So all this mechatronics, control systems, hybrids, it's like it can take you towards your electric vehicle side, and even towards IC engine side, where the market is going. And all these very core uh, stuff, data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, might not be directly related to your field, but these are the booming fields or areas of research right now in the market, and these are high in demand. And then third one is systems engineering. This is like, recently in the last 2 years, 2 3 years, it is becoming a booming field. Companies are hiring a lot of systems engineers to set up a requirement for different products, all those things. You define customer voice into the technical requirements in the system engineering. So this is also a new area where you can think of doing a master's. And then last one is engineering management. If you guys are interested in doing some management with engineering, you can go for engineering management courses. But it's difficult to find a scholarship in engineering management course. And I would say, if you have experience of 3 to 4 years or more, then go for engineering management course. Otherwise, go for any other technical course. Advanced countries, I don't know, man. There are a lot of countries around the globe. Even India is not bad. India is growing at a fast rate, and I think India is a far better opportunities than Canada. So for countries, I would say wherever your priorities are meeting, like if it's in Germany, US, Canada, you can choose according to you. It all depends what are your priorities are, what do you want to learn, and where you want to go in the future. Okay, let's keep moving. Work experience, I worked in Cummins for 2 years approximately. It was 23 months actually. So first position was product design engineer for 6 months. I learned how to design different kinds of stuff. Software wise, I had experience with SolidWorks, CAD, Pro E, or pretty much all the CAD modeling softwares during my bachelor's, and then in Cummins we were using Pro E or Creo, what you guys must be knowing. So different tools, all those technical stuffs. Uh, Today I will not talk about those technical stuffs. And I was working on the after treatment emissions team on the after treatment systems for diesel engine uh, for the North American market. So on the sides you can see some pictures I have put together. This is Cummins building on the top. On top, it's in Pune, corporate office. Now it's been shifted. So second one is my picture with engine, high horsepower engine. It was on the display in Cummins. And And at the bottom, I just wanted to focus the two new areas where Cummins is moving towards. It's like electric. You must be knowing it. Every company is moving towards electric now. So even Cummins, they have come up with the new electric vehicle haul truck. It's a Class 8 heavy duty truck, and they are also working on hydrogen fuel cell trucks. They are investing a lot of money. You can look on the websites, and these are the new booming two fields of research or career, which I think you guys should look on, especially electric vehicles. So, other work experiences on my research assistantship uh, at the University of Windsor. I worked in the clean combustion engine lab um, on the emission side because for my industrial experience, if I talk about, I worked for 4 years in engines and emissions. And during my master's, I was focused on more on emission reduction technologies for NOx emissions, which is nitrogen oxides. So on this regulated pollutants list, you can see 5 different kinds of pollutants which are being regulated by different government authorities nowadays: NOx, PM, carbon monoxide, THC, greenhouse gases, all those things. So my research was to do more reduction in the NOx because heavy duty vehicles those still use the diesel engines, and diesel engines are the major uh, pollutant for the like NOx pollutants. So these heavy duty trucks contribute around 76% of the total NOx emissions worldwide. So my motivation was to reduce this NOx emissions to more lower levels. So you can see these decreasing requirements in the graph for US, for European Union, and this is top is like my experimental setup, but I will not go through it today. We can schedule different meeting or something if you guys are interested in knowing more about my research work. So I got a chance to represent like 5 different uh, papers. I was involved author and co-author for 5 publications. A good one, and I also presented my research work at the SA International conference in Detroit. So it was a good experience overall during the masters. Finally, about General Motors. I'm working currently as a development engineer for autonomous vehicle validation, component validation. Basically, on the pictures you can see the GM headquarters in the Detroit, US, GM Canada, where I am situated or located right now, and then I will try to give you some basic information about the autonomous vehicles. So you autonomous vehicles, they are basically comprised of um, 5 basic components actually. First thing is computer vision. Uh, Computer vision based on your camera, radar, all those sensors, you get a vision of your surrounding, and then sensor fusion, like fusing all this data of different sensors you fuse together, and it goes into a computational unit where localization mapping thing is done using all these inputs, and then it goes to the path planning, like how to navigate through different areas, and then the finally control, like based on the inputs of these all these four different stuff, like the control of the vehicle is decided. How much speed the vehicle wants to go, where to steer, how to where to stop, and all those things. So, so I'm currently working on driverless cars, fully autonomous, level 4 and 5, and it's a pretty exciting opportunity at General Motors. Uh, and you can do a basic course on Udacity, self-driving car fundamentals. It's a good one to get an idea about what the self-driving car is, and for sure you can get more idea if you want to come in this field. What are different stuffs I need to work on? You can learn a lot of stuff actually. Um, I would recommend you to go through this course, and if you have any queries, I will be happy to answer at any time. So this is the model of a self-driving car, basic, very crude model, locating different kinds of sensors on the vehicle: lidar, radar, cameras, radars, and all the CPUs or GPS units around. So it's a very complex thing to think about. If there is no driver, how car is going to move around? That's really challenging part. So so it's an interesting and upcoming booming field. So if you guys have interest, please let me know. And then GM has a collaboration, or GM purchased a new startup company, Cruise, and we are working on different vehicles. So last year, or probably this year, we in the quarter 1 we released this driverless taxi in San Francisco. So you can just sit around, and then it will take you through the complete wherever destination you want to go. And then this is the new vehicle, uh, which uh, which we are working on different sensors. So it's all electric vehicle, without any driver. And so all autonomous vehicles are electric vehicles again. So there's no engine in this. So that's all. I've been working on pretty exciting projects for the future mobility, and I I think uh, that's all. That's all I would like to share. Thank you for listening me, and now I will start answering your questions. Future mobility are running too late, and okay, now I will take up the questions starting from top. Uh, that's all. That's all I would like to share. Thank you for listening me, and now I will start answering your questions. Future mobility are running too late, and okay, now I will take up